filled with wonder. Home to millions of different creatures, it has long been a grave of playful and intelligent seals. Energy Australia and Taronga Zoo invite you now to journey into their remarkable world and discover some of their amazing abilities.
Zoo and to our Energy Australia Seal Theatre. My name's Ryan and today you're going to meet some very special seals, discover what makes them unique and find out how you can make a difference to their future. So please put your hands together, make the first of our seal friends welcome. As out comes Maya. Come on out, Maya. Little Maya here is a gorgeous and rare Australian sea lion. These guys are actually the rarest species of sea lion on the planet. There's only about 15,000 of them and you can only find them on the south and southwestern coastlines of Australia. In Maya's case, she was found down on Kangaroo Island when she was only a couple months old. She's been raised by people ever since, so she was an orphan pup. Ordinarily, they'd stay with their mum until they're about 12 or even 18 months of age. You can see Maya's doing very well today, being raised by people. Now, I'll even get you to say a big g'day over on the microphone, Maya. Want to say hi? Yeah, thank you very much. You're very quietly spoken to the species of seal. Well, all around the world, there's actually 33 different types of seal, and they all come under the one Latin name. That name is pinniped, which quite simply means winged foot. You should be able to see why. They do look a little bit like wings. Do you want to show us what's going on? There we go. Lovely work. Good girl. Now, those winged feet, or flippers as they are more commonly known, might look like they're awkward or clumsy for moving around on the land. However, eared seals like sea lions and fur seals are fantastic climbers and are very, very fast across the land. Believe it or not, Maya could outrun most people over a distance of about 40 or 50 metres because she's very strong in her chest and shoulder region. Good girl, Maya, well done. Obviously though, those flippers really show what they're made for when it comes time to powering through the water. Now, a seal like Maya, when she wants to, can hit speeds up to about 30 or even 40 kilometres per hour. Now, if you notice when she flies through the water, she actually jumps out of the water very quickly, takes a quick breath of air. Every time she leaps out, what she's doing is she's building speed as well. And this is a behaviour that we call porpoising. Every time Maya's dipping out of water, not only is she breathing, but she's getting an observation of her surroundings and having enough speed to avoid predators and even chase prey. Now, they do need to be very fast because there are a few predators in the Southern Ocean that are pretty large and pretty ferocious. The biggest predator for the Australian sea lion is a killer whale, but there's also something else out there that eats sea lions. See if you can guess what I might be talking about. That's right, there's sharks out there. And Maya does a lovely little impersonation of a shark there. Now, while that looks like a great impersonation of a shark, that's actually a natural behaviour. That's how seals cool themselves down. So when they eat or when they over-exercise, they can't just jump in the water to cool down because their fur coats trap all the heat in. So what they do is they hold up those flippers to the sea breeze, they pump blood to it, and it works a bit like a radiator does in a car. It cools down the rest of their body. Good girl, Maya. They can even use their rear flippers as well. Once Maya finishes that skid, I'll get her to come over here and show that off. Show when you pull down with your rear flippers. Very slowly rising up, there we go. And mooning the crowd, there we go. It's a lovely way to cool down. Not a prettier side though, so might spin you around, Maya. Well, unfortunately, some of the most dangerous things for the Australian sea lion don't just lie in their natural predators. It actually lies in the impact of man. On the Australian coastline alone, every year there's about 100,000 marine animals washing up dead as a result of pollution. Now that might be by ingesting things like plastic bags or cigarette butts or getting entangled in items such as fishing lines, packing tapes and netting. Maya's grabbed herself a lovely piece of netting there. It's something like that. It's really an open invitation to play, particularly for a young inquisitive seal like Maya. They love nothing more than to pick up these items, trash them about a bit. Can I show when you do that, Maya? There we go. Let's let those people in the front go again.
Very clever, aren't they?
At the beginning of the show. Once more, Maya. Big shake. There we go, and it looks like a lot of fun,
She's
but
following his hand
I'm sure you
movements,
can
you know.
imagine innocent fun like that can turn dangerous. The seal becomes entangled in a net, there's usually no way out. Over time, as the seal grows, it didn't go through the net, right? It's supposed to, remember? As the seal grows, obviously something like a net wouldn't go with them. It really makes it difficult for them to swim and feed. The end result is usually a pretty sad ending. Can I show everyone how sad it is, Maya? How sad is that? Even struggling about it, Maya. Luckily enough for you though, Maya. I'm going to take that netting off here. I'm going to make sure it ends up in the nearest bin. Well, how do you think Maya's done to start our show? She's done a good job? Yeah, she's done a great job. She's a little star. Well, Maya and I, we're going to head off stage. So Maya, what are you doing on a big wave? All right, everyone. And Maya and I are going to make way for another seal. So big round of applause for Mitchie and his straight up.
Thank you, Ryan and Maya. As Ryan said, I'm out here with Mitchie, and Mitchie is a powerful California sea lion. The most obvious feature of these seals is... That's right, is that a broken accent? No, it's that distinctive bump or the large mane that males can develop around their neck, which inspired the name sea lion in the first place. Now, before Ryan left, she was showing us some of the different threats and predators that seals have out there in the wild. But when seals aren't looking out for predators, they themselves make very good hunters. Mitchie has a healthy diet, and on an average day, he puts away around 10 kilos of fish. And while he doesn't need to stop and chew every single fish, all he has to do is grab it head first, and down it goes whole. That way the spines and the scales on the fish don't get stuck in his throat and he can fill up nice and fast. Now, although he doesn't spend too much time chewing his food, he still has a great set of very strong teeth. So you'd expect him to have a lovely smile. And some pretty fishy breath too, Mitchie, you need to freshen up. Jokes aside though, seals like Mitchie do need to keep themselves very well groomed. And that's quite easy for them to do because they are fully equipped with all of the tools they need to do this. When Mitchie curls over his rear flipper, he exposes 3 claws or nails which are perfect for grooming through that thick fur coat. Good boy, Mitchie. His front flippers also come in handy for grooming because they're very big and soft, so they make the perfect face washer.
I thought they might have gone to do a belly flop.
Beautiful, Mitchie. Well, now Mitchie's washed his face, he's looking nice and presentable, so I'm going to send him over to the front so you can all have a nice close-up look at him. And once he gets there, pay particular attention to the whiskers on his face, because he's going to show all of you just how much control he has over them. Ready, Mitchie? Over you go. Alright, now on the count of 3, I need everyone to call out whiskers for me. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good boy, Mitchie. Those whiskers are so sensitive that they help him find his way through dark and murky water and even track down a fish in the process. Now they also help him do another pretty impressive behaviour. Although it's not a natural behaviour, this does help demonstrate to you all just how sensitive a seal's whiskers are. See how he goes. Now if you're looking closely, you may notice that his whiskers are wrapped around the ball. And although they're not strong enough to hold the ball on his nose, they are in fact detecting which way the ball's going to fall, and he then compensates with a movement from his neck and body. Well done, Mitchie. How about that? Those whiskers also act a little bit like fingers, so it means he can catch. What else can you do, Mitchie? Very good, Mitchie. Nice work. As you can see, seals like Mitchie are very well equipped with those sensitive whiskers, sharp vision and terrific hearing. So you think it would be quite easy for them to find food out there in the ocean. Now what do you think, Mitchie? Is there any food in our pool? See anything down there? No. Unfortunately, each year this is becoming the case for Mitchie's wild cousins. It is becoming more and more difficult for them to find food out there in the ocean. And that's because of the problem that we're facing with overfishing. So we've got an important message for everyone, and that is next time you're at your local fish and chip shop buying seafood, please ask if the seafood you're purchasing has been caught sustainably. That way we can ensure there's plenty of fish in the ocean for all of our marine friends for many years to come. Now to help make that choice just a little bit easier, at the end of the show, one of our keepers will be handing out sustainable seafood guides. They're about this size, they can fit in your wallet or pocket, and you can take them with you next time you're at a restaurant just to make sure you're making the right choice when it comes to our oceans. So how do you think Mitch's done this morning? Has he done a good job? Well, we might be back out here a little bit later, but we're going to head off stage because Ryan will be coming back out here with his seal map, so please make them welcome.
Thank you very much, Danielle and Richie. This handsome seal next to me is Mav, who's a green. He is very handsome. And he's a New Zealand fur seal. As the name would suggest, they are indeed found in New Zealand. They're native to Australia as well. Mav's case here was found down the south coast at Narooma after he'd been attacked by a shark. So he's got some very cool scars down the length of his back as a result of that. No one thought Mav would survive, but after many months in our care, he pulled through. Now I might get Mav to say good day to all. He's going to borrow the mic. Say hi, Mav. Ferocious roar from Abby. Well, we know a lot about Mav because he's been in our care for about 9 years now. Seals on a whole, we don't really know a lot about them. One of the most common misconceptions about seals is that all they really do is eat and sleep. So we might do a survey. Hands up, who thinks seals are lazy animals? Anyone? About you, Mav, that was your cue. Yeah, good gag. Got there in the end. Now, the reason people think that seals are lazy animals is because whenever they spot them, usually on a beach or on some rocks, they're not doing much at all, just perhaps laying down having a snooze. When the sun comes out, even fur seals do like the sunbathe and they appear very, very relaxed, but looks can be deceiving. They've got to be on high alert, particularly the young males like Mav. When they're trying to establish themselves a bit of a territory, they need to keep their eyes open and watch their back. Watch your back properly. Good boy. Now that looks pretty silly, but it serves two purposes. He makes his chest appear larger to anyone in front of him. He keeps an eye on his hind region, which is the most sensitive part of his body. Now, for threats detected, Mabby can turn around and fight, but he's a lover, not a fighter, so he usually gets up and runs away. Now, only the largest and the strongest males will survive the pass of their genes. So far, none of the females in the zoo have taken Mab's fancy, but he's still a pretty strong animal. Maybe let's show everyone how strong you are. You ready? And one of you threw it to show him off as well, Mab. Get down the stage. There we go. Not bad. Who can resist that? Well, as you can see, when it comes down to it, seals just love to play. So when you see a group of seals that play together, you get an idea of how perfectly designed they are for the water. These underwater acrobats are beautifully streamlined, lightning fast. So we watch this end of the pool. Mitch is going to show you how strong he is. Mitchy there. Did we get many people wet in that double back? Who got wet by Mitchy then? Not many people. I think we're going to get a few more people in the front row wet, am I right? Yeah, that's right. Okay, should shake your heads there. Alright, well, Mitchy and Danielle, they're going to come out again because they're trying something brand new. So, Danielle, it's over to you, and I think you've got something special for us.
Thank you, Ryan and Mav. Well done, guys. As Ryan said, Mitchy is learning a new behaviour. It's called a high bow. But what I do need is a volunteer, a member from the audience who doesn't mind maybe getting a little bit wet. You're up for it? No? Your hand went down when I said you're going to get wet. Yeah, you can come on over. What I need you to do is stand right in front of the pool for me. So you're going to help Mitchy with this new behaviour he's been learning. Stand right in front of me. Big step that way. One more. Excellent. Okay. So Mitchy, like I said, is learning a high bow. And that means he needs to dive into the pool and back out to touch that orange ball there. So what I need you to do is just to cue him. So on the count of 3, I need you to throw your hands in the air and yell out, jump. That's all you got to do, all right? Let's get Mitchy ready. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Mitchy, was that loud enough? He said no. Alright, I'm going to get the whole audience to help you out this time. On the count of 3, I need everyone to pull out jump. And don't forget to put your hands in the air, okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you didn't get too wet. Big round of applause for our very brave volunteer. As you can see, seals like Mitchy are perfectly designed for their natural the ocean. In fact, some 70% of our precious Earth is covered in ocean, and most of the life on our planet lives in the sea. Unfortunately, it is a resource that we too often take for granted. You see, we've hardly touched the surface of beginning to understand our oceans, and yet we've seen so many different species disappear. So we've got an important message for everyone out there. That is, when you've got rubbish to dump, don't just throw it on the floor, because it will end up in one of our waterways. Always pick up your rubbish, take it with you, do what Lexi's going to do. That's, of course, put it in the bin. If we can get a sea lion to do it, I think there's hope for us all. What do you think, Mishi? Yeah. Nice, Lexi. Well, today we've taken a peek into the incredible world of some very special marine animals that have long inhabited the oceans of our Earth. Just remember though, there's something that everyone can do, because your choices can make a positive difference to the future of all of our marine animals. Thanks, Lexi. So on behalf of myself, Mitchie, Lexi, who's struggling with the rope back there, Brian, and all the behind-the-scenes trainers and SEALs here at SEAL Theatre, we'd like to say thank you for joining us today, and we hope you enjoy the rest of your day here at Taronga Zoo.